guys. How are you today? It's Gabby here today. And I'm wearing my fake glasses because I'm a reader now and I'm showing you all my books. Because you can't read unless you freaking have glasses on, yeah? So, I have 6 books here. It is the 6th month of 2019. And I have read 6 books. I kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been reading so I can recommend you guys some books. Books are super good for your mental health. It could be to distract you from other things. It could be literally just to sit down and learn something from a book. You can also use your imagination. It just strengthens your brain so much in many different ways. So at the beginning of the year, that was my New Year's resolution, to read more. I want to have 20 books read by the end of the year. I'm not sure that will happen because I've been so busy with everything, but hopefully I can manage to finish 20 books by the end of the year. I thought since we were at the halfway point, I would show you what I read. I wanted to know if you guys read any of these books and if we could do like a little book discussion, you know? Like while I was reading these, I'd always be like, I wonder if anyone else would like to talk about this book with me because I don't have anyone to talk about this book with me. I don't know, when I read, I like to talk about it with other people, so comment down below if you've read any of these books. I'm gonna go in order from what I've read first to the last book, which I'm still currently reading. The first one is The Light Between Oceans. My friend bought me this book, and he said it is one of his top books, and it is super, super good, guys. The beginning was super, super innocent. This guy is moving to an island that has a lighthouse. On this island, he's literally the only man that lives there, but to get hired, he has to go to another town. There he meets a woman there, and they kind of hit it off. It's really cute because their age difference is like a cute amount. Like, it's not like a gross age amount, but it's just cute, you know? The wife really, really wants kids, and after several miscarriages, they both realize it is impossible. She can't carry kids. Or I should say babies. And then randomly, a boat comes to shore. There's a dead man on the boat and a baby. That's all I'm gonna say. This book had a way of keeping me interested throughout the entire book. The ending is super cute, but also sad. It just, all of my emotions were like clear up there. So if you're looking for kind of like a romantic / sad book, here you go. So next in line is kind of, it's a little dark, but you know, I'm gonna say it. I read Columbine, which is a documentary about, obviously, the Columbine shooting. This is a huge book, guys. Look at it. This one had me effed up for a while, I'm not gonna lie. Like, just reading about what happened at the school, like, it'll give exact times, it'll give exact deaths, it will give so much detail, and it's so freaky, but it's also so great to be knowledgeable on the subject. They talk about some of the myths about the shooting. They also talk about, weirdly enough, how a lot of people are infatuated with this shooting now, and they like to copy this shooting, which is horrible. It just messed me up for a while because I would literally be convinced that one of my classmates was a shooter. I'd be like, it did not help at the time that literally the guy that sat next to me in biology wore a long black trench coat. And yeah, that is stereotyping, but like, since I was reading this at the exact time, it really like freaked me out. So I'm still alive. He didn't shoot down the school. If you're interested in these type of things, I have a weird fascination with, I don't know, deaths, murders. It's weird. It is kind of a hard book to read just because it is so detailed and it is so sad. But if you're interested in this kind of thing, I think you'd really enjoy it. So next up is 1984 by George Orwell. George Orwell is the writer of Animal Farm, which I assume a lot of you guys read in high school. If you didn't read Animal Farm, you might have read this book. I never really was that into Animal Farm, but my friend recommended for me to read this book because it somehow came up in conversation. We were talking about how a lot of things you feel like are watching you, like technology, like Alexa can hear you or Siri, and it feels like there's someone watching you. Well, this is in a world where Big Brother is watching them. The main character goes through life and he can't do anything that signifies that he is against Big Brother. There's video cameras everywhere, he can't say something wrong. Even his facial expressions, they track. So you have to be really careful what you do. He meets this girl in the story. I'm not going to give too much information on the girl because for me that was kind of the most interesting part. And they tried to go against Big Brother. I don't want to say too much about it. It was a little bit difficult for me to read just because it's kind of an older type of writing. If you want a book that makes you think and kind of, I don't know, gets your mind a-rolling for a while, I'd recommend 1984 by George Orwell. Next up, we have Suicide Notes. That's a scary title. So it's about this guy named Jeff. He's 15 years old, and he wakes up on New Year's Day, and he is in the hospital. At first, he just thinks it's in a regular hospital, but then he soon realizes he's in a mental hospital. He knows that he tried to kill himself because there's bandages on his wrists, but he's really confused why he's in there. Like, he remembers trying to kill himself, but he doesn't feel like it's from a bad place. I know that sounds weird, but when he's telling it, it makes sense. He just thinks genuinely like, it wasn't even a big deal. I just wanted to kill myself. I'm fine now. But like, it goes so much deeper than that, obviously. It takes him the entire book to tell us why he tried to kill himself, and there's little hints along the way. And you kind of just try to figure out why. And there's other characters in the book that are super likable, which is also what made this book pretty good. It was a super easy read. See, the words are, I don't know, they're pretty big. I finished this in like 3 or 4 days, and I really, really liked it. It's not as educational as it's written. Like, it's very playful, and grammar-wise, it's not that well written. Like, this is not a type of book that you'd want to read in order to get like your reading skills up. It's kind of like a middle school type written book. I don't know how else to explain it. And then we have Supermarket. This is actually my favorite book ever now. This is by Bobby Hall, who is actually Logic, the rapper. I've heard very mixed reviews about this book. I think that I have such a good review because I literally did no research on this book before. So everything that was happening was a surprise to me. So if you want to read this book, don't look into it at all. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, so you can stay here. But it's about this guy named Flynn, and his girlfriend broke up with him because he doesn't really have much initiative to get stuff done. He has started several novels, never finished any of them, and so after they broke up, he decided, I'm going to write a novel and I'm going to finish it. He decides that he wants his novel to be written about a supermarket. Just a book about something normal, but there will be such extremes in the book that you're like, wow, this could actually happen in real life. I'm not going to give any more of it away, but he gets so into writing this book, some crazy things happen. He actually applied to get a job at the supermarket, and that's how all the crazy things happened. So I'm not going to say any more. I really want you guys to read this. I really want you guys to comment about it, and let's talk about it, you know? And this is the current one I'm reading right now. It's called The Colorado Kid. I'm only about halfway done. I literally got this for the cover. I just think it's really aesthetic. I know it's a dead man, but like the colors, kind of everything, you know? I'm not too far into this, but it's basically a girl is doing an internship at a newspaper place, a place that makes newspapers. And the town is so small that nothing bad has ever really happened there, or nothing, so it seems, until her internship leaders start to tell her a story. And I think that she starts to figure out what actually happened, because I'm not there yet, so I don't know. I'll be honest, it's not that great so far. It's kind of hard for me to read because it's not that good, and that's why it's taking me forever. Like, I should be done with this by now. But guys, if you have read any of those books, please let me know. If you have any other good books you'd like to recommend me for the rest of the year, please let me know, because I'd love to read them. And I will try to do another book haul at the end of the year as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys next time.